Okay, so this is the Philips Stay Fresh blender. I'm a Philips staff member, so the views are my own, not those of necessarily Philips, even though I obviously work for them. Anyway, so this bit of kit, when it came, obviously unpacked it, etc. Instructions are down there. So they're kind of pretty straightforward, but it's probably best just to read them rather than actually just going ahead and not reading them, or maybe get somebody to kind of show you how to use it if you're pretty unclear. Anyway, so first thing first is normal stuff, you know, choose your ingredients. I had bananas, some apples, some oranges, chucked in some yogurt and a bit of milk, so I thought I'd experiment with something a little bit different. Crushed in some ginger as well, to see what that would come out with. By the way, that is a finished product. I've had a taste already. It's not too bad. A little bit kind of bitter in some instances, but that's just me. Right, so yeah, cut the ingredients up, put them into the blender. You get some guidelines about, you know, the proportions that you should put in of solids versus fluids, i.e. water, milk, soya, almond milk, whatever it is you want to use, versus other things that you can top up with, whether it be vegetables or some other kind of seed or ingredients that, you know, you can act as a sweetener. Anyway, first thing first is, once you've done all that, put it all in. The 4 buttons there. So the one that you initially have to use is the one on the right, which is this one here. Okay, so you press that. What happens then is the light on the outside comes on. I think I may be able to show you, but if not, then don't worry. But a light comes on the outside basically, which is kind of the system trying to draw the air out. Okay, because it's obviously meant to be a vacuum technology, so that's the assumption. And then once that is completed, the light goes all the way round. Okay, it finishes here, so it starts at 12 o'clock. Obviously, it does a 360, finishes at the same spot. And then you press this button here, which in turn starts the process of actually mixing everything together. Okay, so all the air is drawn out as much as possible, all the bubbles. Then you press this one, and then what happens then is everything starts to mix up, and you know, you leave it on there for as long as you feel it is necessary. I don't think there's a timer as such, but anyway, that's the kind of idea. And what you then end up with is what you see in the bottom there. Okay, you can see how far mine came up to, so I only filled it, so a lot of that is obviously a lot of fluid and everything that's been drawn out from the actual ingredients themselves, you know, all the various you know, kind of fluids from the bananas and the apples and the orange, etc. So, and the milk and the yogurt. So, and that's the final product. So yeah, all in all, actually, pretty good. You know, like all mixers, you know, noisy, but that's what it does. You know, I don't think they've developed anyone that's pretty silent, but it's powerful enough. Better than the one I've been using in the past, which is got about 20 different parts. This one is extremely easy to use. So, you know, big thumbs up to that. It's heavy. Give you a word of warning. It's actually probably a lot heavier than my old one, which is bigger. So maybe the size of the kind of motor that has to drive it takes up the weight. Word of warning: do not pick up from here. Okay, do not pick the equipment up from here. Always pick it up from this bit. Okay, so pick it up from this main bit here. Don't pick it up from the side, okay? The rest of it's easy to come off, you know, turn the handle, comes away like so, unlocks, that's it. Oh yeah, by the way, when it's finished spinning, okay, or when it's finished its cycle and it's all blended, this button at the top here, you've got to press. This releases the vacuum, okay? So what that means is that it then makes it easier to move the top, like so. And you can hear it pop. If you don't do that at the top, that will become very hard to move off. Okay, so just a word of warning. Anyway, that's my review. Yeah, enjoy. It's not a bad bit of kit. So yeah, yeah, enjoy it, and just yeah, try different ingredients and different kind of things inside. I think you might be pleasantly surprised. Thank you.